The Vedic period, spanning roughly from 1500 to 500 BCE, marks a significant era in ancient Indian history. It derives its name from the Vedas, the oldest sacred texts of Hinduism. Here are key aspects of the Vedic period. The Vedas, the four primary Vedas, Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda, are collections of hymns, prayers, and rituals. They form the foundation of Hindu religious practices.
Society and social structure. Varna system. The society was divided into four main classes: Varnas, Brahmins, priests and scholars, Kshatriyas, warriors and rulers, Vaishyas, traders and agriculturists, and Shudras, laborers and service providers. This system later evolved into the more rigid caste system. Agriculture. The primary occupation. The society was largely rural, with settlements based around fertile agricultural land. Pastoralism. The early Vedic people were also pastoralists, rearing cattle, which were considered a measure of wealth. Trade and crafts. There was limited trade and crafts were mainly for local use. Pottery, weaving, and metalwork were common crafts. Political organization. Tribal polities. Early Vedic society was organized into tribes, janas, led by a chief, Rajan. The chief was supported by various officials in a tribal assembly, sabha or samiti. Transition to kingdoms. By the later Vedic period, tribal polities evolved into more complex kingdoms, with the emergence of territorial states, Janapadas. Cultural developments. Education. Education was primarily oral, with knowledge passed down through generations by word of mouth. Gurukulas, teachers' homes, were the centers of learning. Language. Sanskrit was the language of the Vedas and of learned discourse. Prakrits, local dialects, were also spoken. Philosophy and thought. The Vedic texts and subsequent Upanishads laid the groundwork for Indian philosophy, including concepts like karma, action, dharma, duty, and moksha, liberation. Religious practices. Rituals and sacrifices. Fire rituals, yajnas, were central to religious practice. These rituals were performed to appease various deities, such as Agni, fire god, Indra, warrior god, and Varuna, god of order. Polytheism. The Vedic people worshipped multiple gods representing natural forces and social functions. Legacy. The Vedic period laid the foundational cultural, religious, and social structures that influenced later Indian civilizations. The texts and concepts developed during this time continue to be integral to Hinduism and Indian philosophy.